Peace. It's Bronzebird here with another video. Before I begin, like and subscribe. You know, and I know, well, the fact of the matter, it's supposedly supposed to be the new year and stuff like that of 2022. Anybody that's watched any of my Brownstone powwows, I went into deep details on why I don't celebrate New Year's as it stands in January 1st. But that's not the point. My point is, liberal women of today, whether they're being a comedian or they're being serious, I never understand why they have to take their time on being negative about something instead of understanding what their worth is in the beginning. In my opinion, there is no reason why you should be mentioning certain things, because if you already know you're not going to deal with something, you're not going to deal with it. So for example, because this is going to go into the whole entire dating conversation or whatever. So for example, you and I know, if you've been watching my YouTube channel for this long, if you've understood me on my YouTube journey, I do not like certain women. There's a way about women. There are certain women that do not appeal to me. There are certain women out there that I would never give a chance to as terms as a relationship, because I understand they're not of my caliber. So what do I look like going on national television and sitting up there saying, this year, recognize your worth, men. Don't deal with a Keisha. Don't deal with a Keisha. We just don't want to deal with Keishas. But then I have to understand, as a man, we have a certain way that we deal with things versus how a woman deals with things. And this is not about me being misogynist. This is just about the fact of the matter. Liberal women, whether they're comedians or not, they love to just hear themselves talk. They're not talking about anything but being negative over a premise that's old, that they have an understanding about. And usually the fact of the matter is, a lot of this points is projecting. So I'm going to show you a video, and there's a couple of people who did make a commentary on this, but I just want to give it thoughts on this because it's just crazy to me. This is the stuff that they can come up with in order to embark on the new year. You understand? They're not sitting up there giving any motivation. They're not sitting up there saying, you know what, for the new year, I'm going to get my ass to the gym. I'm going to go ahead and eat better. I'm going to become a vegan, or I'm going to learn how to eat more proper meats and this, that, and the third. The first thing out their mouth is to sit up there and talk about, don't entertain a man that's broke dick or this, that, and the third. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So Pete.
On social media to tell us what your resolutions are,
yes,
what your wishes for 2022.
You know what my resolution is?
Yeah.
For 2022?
Yes.
No more broke dick, okay?
No more what?
No more broke dick.
Really, bitch? This is the first thing you had to really say on 2022? No more broke dick? As if that's not the obvious thing you should be looking for in a man. I mean, how old is this woman? This woman is like, what, in her late 30s, early 40s? She's a comedian. I mean, I get it, she's a comedian, but like, the same old conversation is old. If you don't want to deal with a guy that isn't financially competent, then don't deal with him. Why are you going on television, especially Don Lemon? Don Lemon is a character himself. You understand? He lets himself get loose on New Year's. I've noticed that for the last couple of years when they let him do coverage on CNN. They love it when this man goes ahead and do coverage because he has no problem getting drunk, sitting up there saying certain things that he's going to probably regret in the morning and all these different things. And then you have Anderson Cooper and his whole entire thing that goes on. But that's a story for another day. Just the fact of the matter, this is the first thing that this woman wants to come along and say for 2022. I mean, is it the fact of the matter that you just want phallus? You want dick? It's just the fact of the matter you're concerned. And I mean, this is another thing I need to understand. And this is only 15 seconds into the video. What I need to understand is, isn't it true that sometimes, or a good amount of times, certain people don't care about your economic status when it comes to sex? Or maybe it's just me.
No more penis from a man that has no money.
Did you say broke dick?
Yeah. Oh. But it's always good. That's the problem.
Wow.
Can I say that on TV? Is that okay?
I ain't saying she's a broke.
And I mean, like, what really bugs me out is certain brothers may call this sister a strag or whatever, and this, that, third, because I don't understand that. If that's like the first word that comes to mind when I did this video and I see this woman. And I mean, it's always usually the same type of women. And I'm sorry to say it, it's usually starting to become a stereotype. And I don't usually make videos like this because it's just so low level and so energy. And yeah, they're laughing, having a good time or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. Even a so-called white man to the right of this, to the right, is laughing at how absurd and how random this is, that this so-called black woman is literally saying she doesn't even deal with a guy that has a guy's phallus if he is not financially competent. Who says stupid shit like this? I don't give a damn if it's her being funny or not, but this is the same type of stuff that goes on. And going back to what I was saying about this being a stereotype, is usually these women who are usually voluptuous. Prove me wrong. It's usually these women that's voluptuous that have no problem going on television and saying stupid crap like this. Okay, you don't want to deal with a broke man. You don't want to deal with a man who doesn't have his ish together when it comes to finances. Okay. Go deal with someone else. And secretly, subconsciously, I do believe when women like this say this, they're usually gunning on saying this towards the so-called black man. Just my opinion.
Listen, all I'm saying
say
is,
she's a gold
if
digger.
anyone who is acquiring male genitalia, it needs to be attached to someone who can also fly you to the Caribbean.
Nobody wants to fly you to the Caribbean, though, just based off of your attitude and the way you carry yourself. Look, I mean, look, listen, look, brothers, this is where I'm gonna get on y'all about this for a second. A lot of these brothers always say, I don't want to deal with fat women. I don't want to deal with a woman that's curvy and this, that, and third. You're lying. Because I'm pretty sure there's a good amount of brothers or a couple of brothers out there that would date this woman or give this woman some good phallus, regardless of any economical status. But just the fact of the matter, Don Lemon gonna laugh at anything. He's drunk. So I don't care what he's gonna say. But my thing about it is, women like this, it's like, when do y'all really understand that when you say certain things that you're projecting, number one, and number two, you're full of shit. You don't mean what you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, you really had to make this announcement on New Year's Eve? If the whole entire thing is about positive vibes and sit up there moving in a better direction? And this is where I get into this conversation about these. I'll let it rock out for a little bit and then I'll make my commentary, because this is just crazy.
I'm trying to put a blessing on my life, okay?
Come here.
Watching man.
And that's it, because Anderson Cooper and this guy to the left, they're gonna just go ahead and have a whole entire conversation. So let me just get into what is it I want to talk about. It's always these pseudo wannabe dating coaches who single them damn selves that want to come out here and tell a woman, well, you don't deal with a broke man. You don't deal with a man like this. You don't deal with a man like that. None of them is married. None of them has been married. None of them have been in a situation where they've actually dealt with a man for a long period of time, not some dude that just got his rocks up on you or was in a so-called situationship, because a lot of these relationships nowadays are spawned upon situationships, which is nothing more but saying y'all just smashing for a while. And then someone catches feelings, they want to develop an actual relationship, and one party says they don't. So this is just crazy. Why? You understand? There could have been conversations about anything else for the resolution for 2022. This voluptuous woman just wanted to sit up there and say, oh, just don't date. I don't want no broke dick. Or don't deal with a man. Don't deal with a broke dude, a broke dick dude. You understand? And this is why the dating market is so strange nowadays. People have problems. And I won't say that this woman doesn't deserve love or doesn't deserve to get a man, but this is where the negativity comes in. You really had to say this on New Year's Eve. I don't get it. Peace.